Hi everyone. I'm Today we are in the third video of the first lesson. As you know, I'm Joan Bosch. I'm your instructor from Alcira on Europe, and we are co-founded by the European Union, and the project Green Youth Employability is organized by Scam Europe. Let's start with the technologies, the key technologies that are used in digital projects. Okay, the first one is no-code platforms. Maybe some of you know about WordPress, Shopify, uh, Magento, or Power Apps, Power BI, different platforms. If you know them, they are good examples of no-code platforms, which the basics is that you don't need to be a computer science engineer or a web developer in order to create your own e-commerce or your own mobile application or website. For sure, if you are an expert in computer science, you will boost the performance and the functionalities of those tools, or you can create more powerful solutions. Okay, but as a non-technical user using some of the platforms, you are allowed to create quite functional solutions in order to sell on your own online store, or create a mobile application uh, to work with your customers, or to digitalize some process from a company, or create some some solutions that you need. Okay, it's based on templates that you choose. Most of them are free, but then you have some paying options with more features, and all of that tools work in a drag and drop way, which means that you choose the elements and drag them on the screen in the place that you want them to be, and you don't need to code on the or be an expert in backend in order to be able to develop your solution. Okay, so the cost decreases a lot, and it boosts also collaboration and allow you a basic customization as a non-technical user. Okay, it's quite interesting. In the next lessons, we will see some examples and do some practices. Okay. Then another technology is nanotechnology. Okay, nano comes from 1 billionth of a meter. Okay, so it's very, 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 very tiny materials that can control devices or matter at an atomic or molecular level. Okay, so this is very tiny. And what's why it's nanotechnology important, or which applications does it have? So it's critical for medicine. They have developed the doctors some like technologies that can identify and attack cancer cells, and also it allows for science researchers to understand more about bacteria or virus or fungi on all aspects. Then there are also applications inside the textile industry with strain repellent materials that are not coming dirty, or can increase the lifetime that you are using that t-shirt, for example. Then another application, it's related to Elon Musk, which nowadays is not quite or isn't he's not that famous that he used to be in the past, or he's not well seen, but he has a company called Neuralink, which is researching about how to implant a microchip in your brain in order to transfer knowledge to you without going to the university or reading a book. Okay, it's quite weird that it's a technology that it's also being researched in that field. Okay, and another field it's construction. There are companies that have developed some additives to the concrete based on plants, fungi, and bacteria that allow concrete to absorb CO2, which is a good solution and is being also deployed using nanotechnology. Okay? And also quantum mechanics or some biology or engineering applications. Then the next one is blockchain. Some of you maybe you know about Bitcoin or digital signature or some traceability or NFTs art. But blockchain it's a technology for traceability. Okay, so there is a record or a log in every step that this action, document, cryptocurrency, or patent has. Okay, so it's used also for cybersecurity, and it's quite interesting what that technology can allow for legal aspects or for logistics and also for property aspects. Okay, and there are other there are other markets for bitcoins and digital art, but the other applications are quite interesting. Okay. Well, the next technology is digital twin. A digital twin it's a 3D modeled object or building or system or factory or facility or house even that you can control it in real time and you are mirroring the physical world inside the computer in order to collect data, boost predictive maintenance in order to reduce cut costs and reduce the error or improve the quality of production or like in agriculture or everything. And it's mostly used for engineering, for maintenance, for IT, or also in production or logistics, and in planes or aerospace industry as well. Okay, in order to simulate how the wind or the temperature can affect to a plane or to a rocket, for example. The next one is cloud computing, but this one is related to almost all of the previous ones. Okay, so this one is transversal, or it's common in the other ones. And in the past, companies had to invest in huge computers, which are called servers. In order to be able to increase the capacity, the computing capacity of software, or to be able to grow in users and to get more customers or to know new features, they had to pay a lot of money in order to install a big computer in their factory or company. And cloud computing, it's not meaning that there is a computer in the air or in the space or in the cloud. It just means that you are hiring some physical or some space which is in a computer remotely allocated in a data center or in remote servers which are in Iceland, Ireland, United States, Australia, or it could be everywhere. Okay, and this is very important because it gives you the option to have a scalability or to cut costs, and you don't need an investment. And if tomorrow you need to grow 20% your computing capacity, or you are getting I don't know, 5,000 new customers tomorrow, and you need more space. You just pay every month an additional fee, and you can grow your infrastructure, your software solutions. Okay, some examples are Netflix, online video games, Microsoft 365, Shopify, Spotify, several applications that you are not having that tools installed inside your computer. They are based on the cloud, and you are paying every month per using them. Some of them has freemium solutions, which are some free plans, and then the subscription ones. And software as a service is SaaS, then infrastructure as a service or platform as a service. They are examples are Amazon Web Service, Azure, Microsoft 365, and Google Suite, and others. Okay? And it also allow people to access from mobile phones, tablets, computer, smartwatch. Right? Artificial intelligence, it's now every day on the news, from ChatGPT, DeepSeek, or different other companies that are developing that technology. And artificial intelligence, it's a huge topic now, and it's not really artificial. It's in the past it was, or it keeps being like developed by humans that are teaching the computers in algorithms or how to react to different inputs and how to process them in order to send outputs. Okay, and it's based in machine learning that we are programming the robots or the computers in order to learn. And another main feature is natural language processing, which is the technique that is used to teach the artificial intelligence in how to talk or write similar to a human language. Okay, and then it's very important the big data or the data that is being generated or gathered by artificial intelligence in order to increase and improve the solutions. And then a prompt is the way that you ask an artificial intelligence for a question or to do something. Okay, prompt engineering is how you write to artificial intelligence in order that they understand you and that you get the solution or answer that you need. Okay. Software, as we saw in the first video of this lesson, it's key into the organization, and there are several softwares that you can use in a company. If you have problems or aspects to solve inside the marketing or sales area, you can find a CRM or customer relationship management software that can you boost the productivity in that area. Then you have ERP, which is Enterprise Resources Program, which is like the brain of a company, that it's integrated in several different tools like the invoicing or finances tools, and the customer service tool, the IT maintenance. Or there are several softwares that can be integrated with ERP, and it's key for digital transformation or digitalization to know which softwares are available for different sectors and the different needs from your customers. Okay. And the last one that we are seeing is the optical character recognition. This one is very interesting for digitization, the basic level, in order to switch from analog to digital, an invoice or a barcode or different documents. Okay. And that's everything for today. See you in the next video.